Well, good evening, and welcome this beautiful Saturday evening. Today is the 8th of November 2025. Now, I would like to ask one question, which I always ask, because one time I was there doing my show and everything was going great and nobody was hearing me. Let me know if you can hear me very clearly. And I want to thank those who are joining me on Instagram, those who are joining me on Facebook, those who are joining me on YouTube, and especially those on TikTok. Thank you for joining me, Belinda, Melinda, Monica, and other persons as well. Those, thank you so much. And I tell you what, I'm okay, okay. I'm I'm there. Okay, one second, one second. Somebody said they are ready. Let me just say one moment. Yeah. I tell it to log in to the StreamYard link. Yeah. I want to really talk tonight about the lots of different efforts which are happening in Jamaica. All hands coming together, which is powerful. All hands coming together about Jamaica and the recent bad girl Melissa. I would say bad girl Melissa, who has tried to wreak havoc and tried to mess up Jamaica. But guess what? She didn't win, you know. And even though there's been devastation in some areas, she hasn't won. And therefore, as a community, we're pulling together. I'm going to also talk about the airfare lobby. The airfare lobby, whereby I was pushed. I was pushed by a lady, because in 2013, 2014, we had launched a campaign to seek for Virgin and BA and TUI to reduce their airfares to Jamaica. And we pointed to the point of a boycott at that time in 2013. Nevertheless, they didn't do that much, but we sort of got a reprieve in the sense of having the what should I say, the airport passenger duty tax to be reduced to a certain extent. But lo and behold, it has come back again, whereby we are seeing that people traveling to Jamaica is spending a lot. And 2000, we're going in Christmas period. But with the impact of the hurricane, a lot of people want to go home. So we are saying very nicely, £500, cap it to £500, Mr. TUI, Mr. Virgin, and Mr. British Airways. Capital. So therefore, persons will able to go to Jamaica, but that money that they will be spending for travel, they can use it to help to be a part of respite. But I'm going to talk about that later as well. But before we go any further, let me just start the show and let's get the ball rolling. And I have some guests all the way from Germany. Yep. Well, thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for joining in. And one of the first persons I'm going to bring on actually is Mr. Richard Simpson. Mr. Richard Simpson is the proprietor of Coming Up Caribbean Restaurant, and he's doing some fantastic stuff all the while. And I always said to him, when my oxtail there, I mean, yam and banana and dumpling. I see my laugh now, you know.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir? How are you, Sir Richard?
I'm blessed and highly favored, man. All is well.
Yeah, so when we oxtail and yam and banana and dumpling, let's start.
Well, we still have that a fire cook.
Okay, okay. All right.
We can't catch the cow if we cut off the tail yet.
Can't catch a cut off a tail. Well, listen, I want to thank you for coming on at such short notice as well. And I know you're at an event at present, so I'm not going to keep it too long. But first of all, in light of Jamaica and recently, because one of the things I've been talking to a lot of persons, I was with Black Dread the other day talking about what is he doing out there. Tell us what are your sort of thoughts and what you're planning to do for Jamaica, Richard, at this time.
Right. Well, St. Bess is my parish. I said that firstly. So as much as I'm Jamaican thinking, I'm Afrocentric.
Yes.
It's obviously all incumbent upon us to do what we can for the Caribbean region.
Yes.
I own property and business in the Grenada as well. So when Beryl hit them the last time, we rallied around and did what we can for them. So that's just to contextualize what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Um, we are actually planning now with, or I'm planning with, um, I Wellbeing Center. That's our
Yes.
sister Stella Headley. Bakativ is Rastafari UK,
Yes.
and they are in Catford,
Mm.
and they're taking an initiative. But we are meeting. We're soon to be meeting, because the initial is better dealt with, I believe, by the powers that be. Um,
Yes.
we've got Florida, Miami has sent down helicopters, roads are impassable. So I think in the short term, as far as the logistics go, we should give the government a chance to govern.
Mm. Mm.
Um, because there is an immediate need. There's obviously military. There's all these other facilities at their disposal. And it's also a way of, for want of a word, judging how well and apt they are to go and deal with this matter, because they've had lots of trial runs. It's officially hurricane season annually.
Yes.
So they need to test, and we can then see how what they are doing and what they have done in preparedness for
Yes.
such a situation. Because at the end of the day, we are dealing with lives, but politicians seek political capital and gain. So,
Yes.
and in the short term, that's how it is. What we should be doing, I feel, is planning for, in this case, after Christmas and
Yes.
moving it forward. So there's lots of aid being put together. You mentioned Black of Dread, and I just love that initiative he's taken. I love that initiative. Um, okay, why? Geez, you're gonna dance all on a Saturday night. I can't hear your responses, so you muted yourself.
Yes. Yeah. I muted myself a while ago by mistake. Yeah. It's Black and Dread.
Okay,
I was gonna
yeah,
show, but I realized that the
all
music is
right.
not it. Yes. Go on. Yes.
Okay. So that's a lovely initiative. So so we're about to have, because it's you everything has to be moved with strategy.
Mm.
Getting the things there is one thing, but unless we're going to get some people on the ground who are already on ground, who have the logistics more or less sorted out. I mean, we can mobilize people anyway. I can mobilize
Yes.
people, but we'll
Yes.
give them an opportunity to work. Because I've been having, as I said, many conversations, and
Mm.
we have to ensure that the structures are in the place for distribution quickly, effectively. Otherwise, we're going to get caught up in it, because it can backfire. Because
Yes.
regrettably, our people, there are politicians I know personally whom, when one of the hurricanes had passed and Holy Zinc reached there, and Gilbert Zinc and all kind of thing, and these things were for people and they were being sold
Wow. Mm.
until one got a tip up and a Holy Pipe ended up in the sea. Let me say, right? And they quick. So when the investigations were about to start, that's what happened. So we don't want to be caught up in that. And desperate means are desperate. They would need desperate measures. And when people are dealing with food, basic necessities, sanitary products for women and the rest, people, you'll see the worst side of human nature come to the
Mm.
fore. So it's important to get the logistics right, and this is what we're working on. Who gonna clear? How we gonna distribute it? Perhaps through the churches, for example, um, and
Mm.
and others. But it's not the here and the now. It's 2026, 2026, March
Yes.
2026, August 2026, and moving forward. And I would really like to know that when Black River is under construction, that, because obviously when poor people can't afford and you give them a blight, and things will happen in the way of construction that it doesn't meet current building regulations and standards. So that's
Yes.
another thing that's going to have to be looked at. That everything is constructed to spec, to specification, so
Yeah.
that some, the lessons have been learned. So the buildings are better engineered to withstand certain things which are coming.
Yeah.
Because sorry to go on, but we look at history. Look at Black River. Black River, as you know, had electricity before America.
Yes.
And there was lots of pioneering infrastructure in Jamaica before many parts of America. Running water, railway line, electricity, telephone, all of these things were in place. So, I mean, that's another debate because after 1962, well,
Mm.
things seem to me to go to pot. But the fact is, there is a legacy there.
So
The
what happened in 1962?
independence,
What independence?
so-called, no, let me say so-called independence that made people dependent.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I was
Yeah,
being facetious right there. Yes.
yeah, I know it.
Yeah.
Because in our district, them days, water was running in pipe until Truckman decide them I go thief the pipe and mash up the pipe so they can get water, work for draw water for fill people tanks. So
Yeah.
it's just been retrograde. So I mean the whole digital thing as well is another situation because there's also a train of thought that and an argument certain people have been put forward in terms of weather manipulation and those people who know the land and rely on the land for their sustenance will suggest that the characteristics of what they've just gone through didn't seem typical. There were elements missing.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I'm not well versed in that, but there is an argument where some would contend there could be something more sinister behind it when looking at this 2030 program of digitalization, and it
Yeah.
could be said that perhaps and I know you have leanings toward this particular political situation there in Jamaica, but
Yeah.
will they sell out? Are they already sold out?
Well, that's the thing a lot of people are talking about because when they
Yes,
say like
because when you can talk about Coptic country and allowing mining and possibly disturbing water
mm,
supply, when you're talking about the fundamentals, at the end of the day, there is no equity. Very little. There's no equity, and
mm,
that's right across the world globally. And I
yeah,
think it's much more prevalent in Jamaica in terms of the distribution of wealth, um, opportunities, all these things. There is absolutely no equity. So they're speaking about oil now. They've actually named the platforms. They've named the fields rather along the south coast, right? And the initial surveys have been done, as you might well know. The satellite imagery have suggested that there are how many billions of barrels, and they're lining up the results with what they got in Venezuela. And they said what they got in Venezuela was like, I don't know what the units are, but it was like 19% certainty. And then you see what Venezuela have, and they said they have at this stage, in comparison to Venezuela at the set time when they were doing the pre-work,
yeah.
the results have been better than Venezuela. So it's an almost certainty. It's
It,
it's
Yeah, it is very interesting. I mean, because right now the whole thing with Jamaica is sort of curtailed around this particular issue
yeah.
regarding hurricane. But there's one thing that the prime
Sorry,
minister.
I was broadening it. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I know. I was just saying something a while ago, which is in line with yourself. The prime minister said, without a doubt, that the areas which weren't affected, there need to be a level of productivity to continue. School need to continue, life need to continue, and they must be ever so productive. So
Yes.
therefore, I said, if that's the case, then the whole issue regarding all those other issues need to be raised, just like what you've just said. So therefore, we're not distracted or suppressed from speaking up on different issues, speaking up on issues of accountability,
Right.
issues of constitution reform. So
Yes.
therefore, so therefore, they may think that those are things are gone, but as you rightly say, life goes on in a
On.
way where these things are happening.
Yes.
So it's like a parallel action to a certain extent,
Yes.
Rich, you know. But the other thing I want to bring up before you go is the issue with the airfare lobby,
Right.
this whole project which
I
is
mean, this is again, to use it. Are we talking again? I speak about political capital, and
yes,
for those who do not jump on this bandwagon, will lose potentially a lot of goodwill if nothing else, because the campaigners you've been speaking about, £500. And when you look at if they're serious, because that campaign should be run in line with lobbying government for taxation and getting a tax reduction, as I think many are aware now, because they break it down as they didn't used to do many, many years ago, but they break it down now as to how much tax is
Yes.
being is due on this flight. So therefore, argument sake alone, let's say £500, right? Let's say tax on that ticket was £200. Let's say they could take at least another 100 off of the 5 and call it 4. Now, the airlines are interested in flights. The government are interested in tax. So if
Yes.
you're not just going to pay lip service, the government can meet them halfway, make that happen. But then the airlines will far supersede all their expectations, because this is peak season and
Mm.
the volume of flights. I know, my friends, and I'm sure you do too, the
Yes.
volume of flights that would go up exponentially, 4,
Yes.
5, 6-fold. So in terms of your revenue, you would surpass your expectation.
And the one thing about it is that they would have to maybe put on other flights at the
Yes,
same time
yes,
in
yes,
order to, because they'll always are full. And the whole thing about this particular period now, and you know what? By showing such goodwill, they will actually gain a particular clout,
yes,
you know,
yes,
with the Jamaican community or so. You know?
yes, yes. Goodwill. They will get a
Goodwill.
lot of
Goodwill.
goodwill. Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
will gain a lot of goodwill, and
Mm.
people won't forget. They won't forget. So automatically no, because it's the lip service situation. I don't do lip service, and
Mm.
if those who are incumbent right now in power, the Labour Party, if they are serious any at
Mm.
all, because we saw what happened. I mean, £2.5 million was laughable.
Mm.
But in short order, it became 7.5 million. So
Mm.
it's 7.5 million. Now that is a little more respectable. Now we can't turn our nose up at it, because money is money. But what is 2.5 million with the amount that this country has extracted from Jamaica historically?
Yes.
Come on, that's an insult.
Yeah,
So
what they try to justify is that there's been logistics. There's also
yeah,
logistics.
yeah, yeah, yes, no doubt. But let's put it this way: the
Yes.
core, your core. Let's say your military. Whether your
Yeah.
military is digging up a yam field or jumping out a helicopter, you still have to pay them,
Yes.
and
Yes.
that's in
Yes.
your budget. That's already been budgeted.
Yeah.
So
I,
sorry.
no. Go on. No, I was just gonna
No,
say.
it's just
Yeah. Yeah.
redirecting resources, and
Mm.
again, to use that word, demonstrating goodwill towards those, and not simply lip service.
Yes.
No, we need to hold people foot to the fire.
Richard, I just brought in because before you go, I was brought in my good friend from Germany, straight
Right.
out of yard, straight out of Jamaica, still straight out of Jamaica.
Okay.
Rosemary, meet Richard. You know, Rosemary,
Hello,
what?
Richard.
Yeah.
All right. Good
Yeah.
evening. Good evening, Miss Rosemary.
It is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Likewise. Likewise.
What you have just said to Richard, Rosemary?
Well, I have to say to Richard, a point he brought up about what the British government is contributing to
Mm.
our recent disaster and catastrophe that's happening in Jamaica, and the fact that we need to rebuild our lives, and
Yeah.
so many things have been destroyed, and it's going to take so much, and yes, it's going to cost money. I think it's laughable what
Mm.
what they decided to contribute to this effort, because British can only live like they do because of us, because they
Exactly.
are living on everything that they soaked out of us and squeezed out of us when they were colonizing us.
And that's
In
putting it politely.
In fact, we still are going to hold them accountable for reparation. And up until recently, we were still paying back the British government.
Yeah.
So you
for
said
the
laugh. You said
loan,
laughable. You said laughable. So I had to put the laugh there.
right? So, many people do not know that we have been paying back Britain up until a few years ago.
2015.
they took out to
2015.
pay
Yes.
the slave masters
Yes.
after they apparently abolished slavery in 1834, and then we had to
Mhm.
buy our way, most of us, until
Yes.
1838.
Yes.
So I always say, and I say it in a lot of contexts where there is colonial, or there are countries that were colonialized, when people are saying, oh, send back the refugees, or oh, we can't do this. I say, well, just bear in mind that how you can live and what you are having right now had a lot to do with what you got from these peoples and societies.
On their
So I
backs.
think
On
that
their
in no
backs.
uncertain terms, I think that should be explained, or then say to the British government that thank you
Mhm.
very much. We are Jamaicans. We are very decent people. We appreciate your help, but you do owe us a little bit more.
More. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Absolutely. And that's just putting it mildly.
That and
Yes.
Absolutely.
that's
I
definitely a
couldn't
fact.
agree
Yeah.
more, because, as you mentioned, the reparations movement. In fact, it's a personal friend of mine, Esther, who's been pushing that forever.
Mm.
Yes.
And so, yeah, I'm well up with that argument as well. It's Barbados, to my surprise, made their move, and that was a shock, because everybody views Barbados as, to use the expression, batty and bench with the UK, and
Yes.
for them to push out in such a way, with Mia Motley, which was really, really nice to see. So there's a president there, but in terms of this present situation, it's an opportunity for those incumbent. I mean, my mother can't. I mean, she's been speaking about this. Our Mr. I said our Mr. Clark, the previous finance minister, now gone to the UN, or IMF, the IMF.
Yes.
Fantastic man, because I remember when New York had the Jamaican flag, or the New York Stock Exchange had the Jamaican flag raised, because whatever the achievement was, it achieved the most growth in whichever given period, whether it was a quarter or whatever. I'm not sure, but
Mm.
whatever the period of time was, the Jamaican Stock Exchange achieved the most growth in that period over
Yes.
everybody. So that
Yeah.
Yes,
was,
Richard.
yeah,
And it is, Richard, and it is quite an accomplishment when our stock market is doing greatly. And the
yeah,
fact that there's a lot of security built into our stock market. Yes,
right,
we know it. But if it is not, if the profits and the gains of the stock market is not being translated into people's lives
yes,
on the ground, it's neither here nor there. So it's
equity,
always the rich
equity,
that are
yes,
always going to be profiting.
yes,
So, a lot of people are praising Mr. Nigel Clark, rightly so, for his reinvigorating
yeah,
of this hurricane insurance. But
insurance, yes,
please bear in mind that this actually came with CARICOM and the funds in 2007. I think
right,
that started,
right,
or 2009.
right,
Mm.
It
okay,
was earlier. So we have to go back and realize, and actually, sometimes I tell, some folks, yes, it's great, to say that it was him, but
mm.
apparently, we have to give credit where credit is
It is
rightly due.
you, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Well, that's great. Richard, any last word before you send about
Is
the
Richard
finish?
leaving us? I thought
Yeah.
Richard was
Yeah.
going to stay with
Now,
us.
Richard, may I have him cook some food for me?
Oh, but I'm not getting any of that silver.
Uh, well, actually, my in-laws have been in Wiesbaden for over 40 years,
Yeah.
just outside
Wow.
where the Gross Kloxenberg,
Mm.
where the U.S. military base was set.
It is. Oh, okay. In
Just
Wiesbaden.
Hanau, just a little
I
south of
know.
Hanau, yeah, in Gross Kloxenberg. So we have reasonable knowledge of that area, if
Of
you're
that
familiar.
area.
And also,
Excellent.
Richard, please talk about your Christmas special, which you do it for over 100 years now. I mean, they look like
Well, yeah,
50,
well,
25.
I tell you what, this as you mentioned earlier, I'm actually catering an event which I've just stepped up to join you guys, and I'm really pleased
Yeah.
that you and you have these. No, this isn't fear, but what I wouldn't necessarily say hard woman, right? But you have these big enough people saying, yeah, we used to go to when we were going to school, we used to go coming up for this, and this, and this. I said to myself, why I so hard me look? I said, "Oh," because it's been 34 years now. So,
Yes.
but since 2008, one of the restaurants, which of the earlier part, I had six. Um,
Yes.
we have always maintained, come Christmas Day, the family. It was my way of when the children were much younger,
Mm.
and my wife and I and the children, we would cook and serve personally as a family. So we open the door Christmas Day, and everything is free. Everything is free, and we've developed such a momentum. You see, because when one man pushed the boat out,
Mm.
others, quite rightly, will help to push. They won't just bandwagon it and jump on, but they will also help to push. So we've now become a conduit for people to come in. They might do a shop in a local store and just come in and drop off 2 bags and say, distribute this.
Yes.
I'll give you a joke. 1 year, the person came in with some designer jewelry. And the beauty is when you're going to give, you give good. You give something worthwhile. Yeah.
Mm.
It's just like what they say with Hurricane Melissa right now. We know why you're all broke.
Now
If
give
you're
no
going
baga
to do
baga.
something, no, yeah, no, 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 no. Go and do a shop and be purposeful and intent, have good
Yeah.
intention. So people come 1 year and see they bring up some me never have soap bar in a can yet in our fancy casing like
Yes.
say them buy to Harrods. But me say, I have to take one of them soap here
Mm.
because and when I researched it at the time and we're going back maybe 10 years and I said at that time the 1 bar of soap is £6. One
Mm.
bar of soap is £6. They say, what is this? So the beauty is, I'm just saying that to say, people come and they come with very good intention, and they spend an hour or two in the kitchen. Some come, they wash up, they do what they can, they serve.
Yes.
Because right now, I'm not even allowed to go to front of house. Them say, no, you stay back, you stay in the kitchen. Let we do it. We want to do it. So
See, I was
anyway,
correct. I was correct. I was sending back into the kitchen.
yeah. So they send me in the kitchen now. And I just give them the free rein. I've got somebody now who orchestrates the restaurant, organizes just volunteer same way. There's a local brewery. Every year there's a story. Local brewery contacted me and said, you know what? We want to give you, say what you want. How much beer? I said, well, do you do alcohol free? Because, we have some drink dependent people and we don't want to be promoting that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
and they come with some zero and then fully up. We get another brewery with Jamaica, sorry, Catford ginger beer. And we get
Yes.
all these different people. We get, think people are just coming and just giving and giving and giving. And as I said, the beauty is when you're pushing your boat out, there's people to help you and people are glad to help you. You might get one or two cynics, but how can you be cynical of somebody giving everything away? Eh?
Yes.
Free food. We have jerk chicken, we have rice and peas, we have roast potato, we have turkey, we have the English stuffing and all of them things there. We have the mince pie and the brandy sauce and all them things and the cranberry sauce, and so it's a full spread. We even have friends coming down as musicians now. I play steel pan. We had
Yes.
other who set up them sound, want to play music. We have another time where when Nintendo Wii, the game thing was all the rage. We bring that
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. We bring that down and plug it in, and everybody just partake of it. We have homeless. You have homeless. We have families who come down to eat. But more importantly, we have individuals for whatever reason do not want to be on their own, and
At that time.
it becomes very lonely. And people are known the incidents of people taking their lives at this over Christmas. The
Mm.
incidents, it's so I haven't got the statistics to hand, but it's a known fact that the incidents of people taking their own life moves exponentially.
Richard, and
Yeah.
Richard, that is the greatest concern right
Mm.
now in the situation in Jamaica.
Yeah. Mental
Those on
state.
the ground are saying that there's this great concern because people are shell shocked.
Yes.
The shock is so great about losing everything, about not having anything to start with, about this chaos that started at the beginning because the distribution of things, some of the shelters got damaged,
Mm.
the security of people sleeping at night in
Yeah.
darkness, your young children, all of those factors. But thank God we have people on the ground I am representing an organization, or I've become like the
Yeah.
unofficial
They
representative
got
of an
sports team.
organization that is really getting the work done. And they
Okay,
start
good.
doing it in Beryl, when my area, my hometown of Mitchelltown in Clarendon and Lioneltown and Rocky Point and Portland Cottage was severely damaged by burial. And
Mm.
I was able to get aid and packages, food packages, in to my communities, to my relatives, to people in the community, and I could see it as it's happening. And
Yes.
I could, and that was such a wonderful feeling,
Wonderful.
being here in Germany and
Mm.
knowing that my community is getting what I sponsored. Um,
Amen.
what I donated. And so if I may, Silborn,
Yes.
maybe I wanted Richard to hear a little bit about the
Yes.
last call. Yes. So
No, we have
I'm
the time, man.
pushing.
We have time. This is
Yeah,
important,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. I'm
Well,
pushing the
well, I tell you what. What does that sound? Feedback? We
you're
have
having
feedback?
feedback.
I'm having a feedback. One, two, three. One, two, three. Okay.
I don't know what's happening.
Rosemary. Okay,
Yes.
it's gone.
Oh, sorry,
No,
that
what
was
I
a call coming in on my phone.
Ah,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
okay. I tell you why I said that, because I haven't got another guest or waiting on from Germany, but I
Oh,
think I
okay.
want to bring no, I want to bring them up actually to be
Yes.
a part of this conversation at the
Yes.
same time, because let me just clarify, there's no more echoing there, no more echoing. That's
No
it.
more
That
No.
was a
echo.
okay. Let me just bring up Sister Gracie and Didel. How are you doing?
Sister
Can you
Gracie and
Hey,
Diddle. Hi.
hello.
I,
Good evening.
I
Good
tell you
evening.
what I tell you what I brought them up, because I'm sure I heard they say something about coming up. Didn't you guys say something about coming up?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Because he's a Mr. Coming up. Okay, that's all right.
Ah,
But Rosemary, if you introduce Sister
yes.
Gracie and Daniel, yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Gracie.
S- s- Sorry?
You wanted me to introduce Gracie and Diddle, or you
Yeah.
want them to introduce themselves?
They can. Yes.
Hello, my name is Sister Gracie. Born in Jamaica, living now 40 years in Germany.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I'm Dido.
We're in Germany,
Not Germany. It's
North
in
Germany,
near from Hamburg.
Hamburg. Okay, I was saying earlier that I've got in-laws that have been in Gross-Kroxenberg, just outside of Hanau,
Wiesbaden.
um, Wiesbaden. Yeah, uh,
Okay.
for over 40 years as well.
Oh,
Patricia.
Mm.
We
Yes.
are way up in the north at the seaside, so we
Okay.
know a little bit about breeze and storm, but this is
Yeah.
not to
to
Melissa.
Melissa, yes.
So this is our next category,
Mm.
but still we feel it still,
Mm.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
and where I'm from in St. Mary, not so much damage, but
Thank God.
here in my little district, Epsom, some people lose their top of the house, and
Oh, see. Yeah.
thing- small thing, very small things happen. Not like in
Right.
other
Yeah.
places, but
We were very fortunate because our district, Bull Savannah, when I was looking at CNN, it was actually named as where the eye was going to turn in off the south coast, just above Alligator Pond. I mean, our district was actually named Bull Savannah. It was going to pass right through Bull Savannah.
oh,
As much as I didn't want it to hit anybody, because when they were tracking it, there was an outside chance that it was going to pass the island, just move to the tip. I mean,
Right.
obviously the wind and the rain and everything is still there, but not the eye.
yeah.
And then it moved across from us. And
Mhm.
as we know, it hit Black River. I mean, we are so fortunate because we're exposed on that coastal, as I said, just above Alligator Pond. And many lost were just, and I think it was because of burial, actually. Because of burial, everybody fixed up,
Mm.
you know? And
Right.
and our family home, we just lost the guttering.
Mm.
Just guttering on the front of the house. So we were highly blessed. Highly blessed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you see the east, if you see our little village in St. Mary, everything is green still.
Right.
Trees come down, but if you look the west, there's like we have
God.
winter time in Germany.
Yes.
Nothing is on a tree, no one leaf. So you cannot believe it.
No. Yeah. True.
We
True.
just on the Instagram, even a German TV. This
They
is
don't
just the
show.
1-2 days they show something about hurricane, and then now it's gone.
Yes.
Information, you just
You
look
have to
on
go on
Instagram,
Instagram,
everything, you
yes,
see
yes.
the real damage. And a
Yeah.
lot of our friends, they ask me what happened to your family, everything is cool. Also, they don't know, they don't see anything
No,
more.
they don't get
Right.
it.
So
But that's why we give thanks really for social media.
Really?
Yes. The thing about social media is that it has its plus and its minus. But I
Yes.
always say use it to your benefit.
Yeah,
And don't get.
it's a tool. It's a tool.
Tool.
We know
Yeah.
that the AI thing is going off on a tangent right now, but it's a tool, and all what you need to know for those who are interested is sowing a few seeds, and then you have the ability to do your independent research. Let's call it that.
yes,
Yeah,
So
it's
you
true.
can go and see clarification, but at least you're seeing somewhat firsthand then the images.
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. Well,
And there's
fantastic.
some people
Well,
ask me like, oh, we can donate, and what is
Yes.
going on. And
Yeah.
so a lot of people are willing, but there's here is okay, you have some organizations like Rose said, like you told me about this
Yes.
foundation.
Yes. I'm gonna say some more about it too for the
Yes.
listeners.
But even the
to
the
hear.
German government sent some supplies down. I saw it, but nobody knows about it really.
Where, yeah. Or we don't know how that's going to be distributed. And we know of the need on the ground.
Yes.
okay. Yes.
You
All right.
really want to know
Yeah.
where
I want to release Richard. Richard, I want to release you. Okay.
Yeah. Got they're chasing me
Yeah,
along now. But
I see that. Yeah,
I would have really loved to hear and see what Rosemary is about, because we can connect the dots and could be invaluable assistance to our planning now, because it's in this coming week where we could probably tap into some of Rosemary's resources
Okay.
on the ground.
Okay. So, yeah, well,
Yeah.
Silborn, should I go ahead and say something?
Yeah,
Since
go,
Richard
right. Yeah,
wants it?
yes. Well, since everybody's here, say it to Richard, and then I can always do the direct link up as we
Right.
connect Rosie with
Right.
everybody.
Right. So the Lasker Chin Foundation is basically a part, or it cooperates with the LASCO group of, the LASCO affiliated companies. As you know, LASCO is a very big company in Jamaica. There's LASCO Manufacturing, there's LASCO Distribution, LASCO Finance, right? So that's the business part. And then they have the foundation part. And then the foundation part is a charitable part. And this part of it works with existing partners. We're getting some new partners, but some of our existing partners are like the Caribbean Philanthropic Alliance, the Institute of Law and Economics, the JWN Foundation, Sandals Foundation, the New Testament Church of God, Operation Save Jamaica, Jamaica Council for Disabilities, OSHA, etc. And so there's quite a bit that's involved in it. And what they do, they come together. The LASCO Foundation comes together with also public donation to make sure that they are delivering packages, first emergency packages of food to last about 2 to 3 days for a family of about 2 or 3. And right after Melissa, they were on the ground. Now, with Beryl, they delivered about 1,019 packages with Melissa, because they knew the storm was coming. We were raising funds even before Melissa was deciding and slowly off the
Where to turn.
Yeah, they were already packing and preparing in the warehouse about having those emergency supplies ready. Now, how it works is these 5,600 emergency relief packages already that were taken to the most affected areas has already been done.
Right.
And right now, another 5,199 packages are getting ready right now to
Right.
go out
Right.
tomorrow on the road. So a total of about 10,700 and so
Mm.
packages would have gone out in this
Right.
time to people with everything. We have packages, general packages
Yeah. Yes.
that goes for everyone, with all some of your food items, canned goods, milk, cereal, your biscuits, and so
Female
on.
sanitaries.
And we have the packages for the mothers, the young
Mm.
mothers, if they have babies. So then there are other things included in that for the women and the children. Now, what is unique about what Laska Chin Foundation does is that the whole company is committed. In fact, today, Mrs. Chin was there inside helping and seeing the people do the packaging. I even have a video of it, what they were doing today. Busy getting out all the staff doing it. But the uniqueness of this is that if I'm in the diaspora and I want to donate, I want to sponsor some packages, whether it's a $20 package or the $30 package for the women and children, I can say where I want it to go, to who I
Direct
want
it,
it
yeah.
to go.
Oh, great,
And it
great,
happens.
great, great. I love
You
that.
know, so that is what we love, and your relatives will tell you, oh my God, thank you, I got my package. Let me give you the
Wow.
example of Mitchelltown.
Mm.
What we did in Berry
This is
was
sorry. This is fantastic because it's exactly the same. This is what I was asking. What about the distribution? I need to know that my district and my immediate surrounding are getting looked after. So
exactly.
this is fantastic.
Exactly. We've been gathering a lot of support for this foundation because people call us. We live in our communities. People love Jamaica. They know of us. They want to help us, just like the guys up in Varel who have done so much in that area through their music, through their art and everything. And people call us and ask and want to find out, hey, how do we donate? What do we do, etc. And then we can suggest this because we know that it works.
It's,
I just wonder how the organization go, like you get it to the right part, how the packages are shared to the right communities. That I always wonder how it is organized that those people somewhere in the hills will get something still, This
Right.
is, I think this is a big challenge,
Right. Because they're on the ground and they research, they know, they hear, they get calls. For example, they're well connected because even yesterday we had to get a package to a man who is stranded in Belmont on the hills in Westmoreland. And so Lasco is now you can't send anything down without security. So when there's a police convoy going down, or the Sandals, we got the package to Sandals, and then you have to have also the people on the ground who
that's
know
right.
this.
The logistics, the entire thing to make it work.
Exactly, and now the logistics has to relate to the context in that situation. For example, Dido.
Sorry, there's an echo there. Is it Richard? Someone phone ringing? 1 second.
Yeah, always Richard.
Yeah, Richard.
It's always
Yeah.
Richard.
Yeah, go
Me
on.
again. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens is in the case of Beryl, as is the case now, I told you about all these partners. So when you go to a community, when we went to Mitchelltown, Rosalie and them already, I told her, I said, I want the old and infirm to get packages. They already had the names because they had the people. The church groups always come together. They don't look at who is Anglican, who is whatever. In disasters, the community people work together. So by the time the truck went to Mitchelltown, we knew that I said to Rosalie, just make sure that the old and infirm that are on the list get the food. And they got it because it was delivered to them. They had a list, and then my family would get the rest, and other people, anybody else who wanted it. You know what I'm saying? So that's how they work in the communities. And, they work on the small scale and they work on the larger scale. And it's important that we understand that the foundation understands, Jamaican people don't want nothing. They don't like handout. They want to
Handle, that's
work.
it.
They want to do them things.
Yeah,
They don't want
proud
to.
people.
They don't want to. They're not interested in getting, just handout. They want to have a roof over them head. Some of them who were doing little jobs and selling. Rosalie told me, Dr. Hamilton told me that yesterday she saw the one guy selling him pineapple at the road. Everybody want to go back to doing what they were doing.
Normal,
So
yeah.
all of these phases are being covered, and that's what LASCO does. The
And
packages.
what you're
those-
saying, and what you're saying also, Rosemary, is that what Lasco does is they don't do filming, because one of the things I sometimes wonder, just for myself, if sometimes people want themselves to be filmed.
Right. No,
Um,
no.
yeah,
That is
yeah,
something, even last year when we delivered, and we personally, I might get a picture or something for me, but we know we're not going to share it. People at their highest points of need do not necessarily, I mean, it is so, they have pride too,
Yeah,
yes,
and,
man. That can be somewhat demeaning as well. And then you're looking for to make political capital out of it and
exactly. And sometimes
hype
people
up
will
and
say, oh, I didn't see you, or I didn't know, or I whatever. But you know what? When in times of need, we're not there to show ourselves and to show people in that. We can write about it. We can encourage others to do what we're doing, but
yes.
especially showing, people in these situations in a public way, I think it's could be a bit demeaning and hurtful in a certain way. So my last point that I want to make before I allow the others to go on, because I don't want to take over the whole dialogue, is that the fact is food and then the recovery. So you can start, like they've been focusing a lot on the cook shops and the corner shops, right? So you start getting the material to build that up. You start getting the stuff to stock it out and so on. And that's what they started doing down in Michelton. We would actually call up the cook shops to find out how things are going and so on. It was a pilot. And so they're going to continue this time, to make sure that that is a reality. So that's why I have put my heart and energy to support this organization and also stand up for Jamaica. We'll tell you about that later, but that we can really give them the help that they're going to need from our donations. You can go online, they're open, their reports about what they did. You can call them at any time. You can, very, very transparent. So they have developed a great bit of integrity. And when you're dealing with help and help organization, it's so important to be, to have some security about that.
And it's very interesting what you said about regarding Stand Up Jamaica and actually doing this particular work, because a lot of people, I realize, Richard, are on the ground. Everybody want to be on the ground, and sometimes you wonder why they want to be on the ground. It's because they want to ensure that it reaches to the people.
people.
They don't want to. They don't want you to get caught up in government. We're not leaking government, but they just want to sure that it
Bureaucracy
reaches.
and misappropriation.
Yeah.
Well, yes, but I think, when we say, we're not going to beat our government, everybody is trying to help at this time.
Yes.
But we do know that there are some realities that are quite questionable, because, I mean, if generators are donated to our country, why is it being rented? I'm sorry. So, we are at that point, we're at that point where we're saying, these are people at the worst point of their need. We need to get them, help them to get off their feet and to get on.
Who's gonna rent generators? Which people have money to rent
Andrew
generators?
Hornet has already spoken about that.
I never called a name.
We have identified some generators which we will loan.
Oh gosh.
Now the housing loan is not so bad because it's only talking about 2%. That's okay. That's okay. I mean, give the help.
Richard, you know what we're advocating for, and we hope that all Jamaicans do it. Jamaica, if everything goes well, we stand to get several $1 billion. So loans that they're giving, what was this money for? Who's going to benefit from it? Is it the people who've lost their homes? Why are we going to have to take out a loan? When will this come? So these are things that we have to organize and should have, a plan for. We should have a
Yes.
structure
You will
to deal
agree.
with it.
I
And
agree.
and one that is bipartisan
Right.
and also with a civil society
Mm.
and our private sector involved.
Right.
We really want to move forward in a very positive way. It's almost like
Yes.
we're rebuilding. Let's rebuild on a strong footing, and
Footing.
let's be
Yes.
fair. Let's be fair to each other. But that's why I'm glad I met those guys up north. I have to tell you, Richard, that Sister Gracie and Didel. Didel is very famous. He's a famous sculptor. And he did, I can tell you a few pieces of his work, like Mr. Usain Bolt down in Jamaica. This is a part of their yard art.
Right.
Didel takes old metal and create art that lives and breathes. And it's sort of like the story of Jamaica right now.
Right.
We're down and out, and we're having to build again from nothing and make it beautiful and make it something for posterity.
Turn your hand. We have to turn our hand.
Yes.
I make fashion. Didel, what is that? What is that there, Didel? Break that down. That image there. Can you see the image?
I think this is my material. I use all kind of old something and scrap and things to give it a new life. You see the situation in Jamaica right now. They have a lot of mashed on things, scrap and things, but you have to use everything what you have to make a new living, And I said, you send them hammer and nails down there for all the zinc what fly around. You have to select them. As long as you not get no new something, you have to do the sustainability, like you have to use everything what you have, and you can make something out of it.
That's right. When the Chinese was down there buying metal, they were thieving people gate.
Yeah.
No, oh gosh.
No, but still, you see, if you see everything is around on the ground, everybody try to clean up and so, and you have to use what you have. As long as
be resourceful.
Food is the first thing now, food and drinks, but it will take months and years to build up back or to renew something. But you see, certain people they don't have nothing, and everything what's left. What can I do with this?
Right.
So it's just, to me, it's just the people itself. It's manpower. You need more manpower there to give them a hand to build up.
Right.
Because it's nothing.
I'm gonna really have to bow.
Richard, I'm gonna let you go now. Got him up here. Richard, let you go now, yeah?
They chase me hard now. It's a pleasure.
Nice meeting you, Richard.
Okay, bye-bye.
Richard, take care.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, you're saying Didel, you're saying a bit more, yeah.
Yes. So that way is not what we do here. We are far up in Germany, and as I told you already, like, people ask me how to donate and so on, and we get in contact with Rose. That is a very
blessing
big
moment.
blessing contact.
Yes,
So
yes.
we have the links to the organization, so I can tell my people, all right, we deal with this, and we select on certain of my friends. Everybody start do something, The next festival, they say yes, we put money, and they ask because we have the Jamaican connections, so what we can do. So we get links now.
Richard, I was interested as to connections in a sense. I wanted to break it down from start as to you getting into Jamaica, you become a dreadlocks and everything like that. Break it down. Give me a sort of itinerary or a history or a chronological movement.
A long history. When as a young guy, I think most of the people who come to Jamaica are come through the music first.
Yes.
Reggae is the biggest export of Jamaica, and it go around the world, and it's like a virus. If it catch you, it now leave you again. Yes, this you don't know why it is, but it just gives you.
Or is it Didel got you? Is it Didel got you? Or
No,
yes.
Sister
No, it's
Gracie.
a Gracie. It's a Gracie. It's a Gracie got you.
Later, that's about before. So, through the music, I have to go to Jamaica. So, and then this
Yes.
my history starts with this, and with this lady,
Okay.
so on and so on, and we get deeper into the culture, and it's now half of my family is
Yes.
you know. So it starts about more than 40 years ago. So we are here. We keep up the vibes in Germany. We do music from that time on, and we have festival and
Reggae festivals, yeah.
so we try to. Our garden is the sculpture garden and the festival garden. So we try to keep a little Jamaican vibes here up in the cold Germany.
Yes.
So we going deeper in it, and it can have all those hurricanes something affect it touch our hearts like it's too bad, so
yes.
we had it, and it's every day you just see things and say, oh God, what can
I do?
Yes.
going on in Jamaica, because it looks so terrible. But still, there's a lot of people who want to do something. We are not the big stars. I say, like, we cannot spend millions, but we can put something together what we have and get people to put something together. And we do some shows in December, and we will select some money, and we're gonna do it with Rose and with this Lesco Chin foundation, so that it reach safe and certain spot.
So you have sort of latched now into Lasco Chin. That's a route into Jamaica as well, which is really powerful, isn't it?
Yes, with this donation. And Didel has spent quite a bit of time in Jamaica also, because when he's creating his art, there are times when he's been in Jamaica. Some of his art is at Esotel and so on. I remember being up there with them and meeting them in Varel. First of all, Silborn, I must tell you, that is Jamaica in Germany. There's everything. You have Scotch bonnet pepper, you have fever grass,
Okay.
you have the best food.
Oh God.
You have all bamboo walk. There's a little piece of St. Elizabeth there. I was even under a banana tree up there, a big banana tree covering me up there, and you feel the love when you go there, and it's just, I mean, and when I was there and the storm came, there I am, Silborn, found the picture. That's a banana up there.
Listen, under the coconut tree this one is under the banana tree. Under the banana tree, my dear.
But I'm telling you, it's a magical place, and they have great accommodations. And to know that they have always, done their Gracie's Bash reggae program in the summer, and have done so much and do so much for the culture of Jamaica here. And as they themselves, Jamaicans, so ready to say, boy, how can I help? What are we going to do? And so they're a perfect example of people who are already doing something, you know what I mean? And looking at what they do to say, how can I let this benefit Jamaica a little bit and the hurricane relief? Because, it's not going to be, this building is going to be over a period of time. So it's just so wonderful that they're so kind-hearted to do that. I was there when the hurricane hit. And that was the first thing they were really worried about and talking about and watching, and can't hear anything, and just totally worried about, how can we help?
I need to ask this question again, just for clarification, because that banana tree that you're under, is that in Germany? Is that in Germany?
Yes, it is in Varel, Germany.
Wow. It didn't know, it connected, but it didn't really connect until I'm looking at it and say, hang on a second, that looked just like a Ochi or somewhere in a
exactly. Just like Ochi, where you're from. And they
from
planted up the
Ochi,
whole
right?
garden with
Okay.
bamboo. There's bamboo everywhere.
Yeah. Sorry, what Gracie said? What Sister Gracie said?
Now you are from Ochi?
Yeah, I'm a Ochi man, original from
Oh,
Ochi.
it's not far from my place, from Epsom
Okay,
district.
okay, cool. Well, you could have said from Ochi and then we're gonna have company, you know?
Yeah. Oh God.
Because these guys always have a go at me when I come on and say I come from Ochi. Them start to-
Oh, Ochi. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
So the sofa connection is
Mm.
coming up. We're
Mhm.
going. We're driving up 6.5 hours Silborn from me.
Yes,
Not
that's.
gonna miss the sofa connection. It's in December. You have a
Mhm.
flyer for it?
For
For
for for
a
For the
flight.
sofa connection.
Yes.
did you send it? You send it to me? Yeah.
Sister Gracie can tell us about it. Yes, let me send
Yeah.
it back to you again. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a sofa? Is it a sofa?
It's a sofa. It's in a big hall at our place, and
Okay.
You have to tell how it starts.
I will
That's how
start.
it comes.
Okay,
'Cause
you started.
it's a togetherness of reggae musician in Germany, some good known reggae musician, all friends. And we do some private session in our living room on the sofa. You know, we relax and easy, do some
Yeah.
acoustic sessions. And it
Mm.
went to the point like, okay, we can make it public.
Yes.
So we select a lot of sofas from people who dash them away. You know,
You
Christmas time, new settings are
so
coming.
they throw
So
the old ones.
they ask me, you want this old one? So the whole place is full of sofas. And, you know, after Christmas, everybody eat and kind of lazy, you know, and don't know what to do between
Boring.
Christmas and New Year's. So
Yeah.
we do this show. We do
Between,
this
yeah.
reggae, old school, jazz, traditional reggae show, acoustic, and we played a lot of old school songs. And you see, people come, hang out in the sofa. As Rose said, they are liming.
Mm.
Liming was we play some
Yes.
music, and it's well sold out all the time. We have to do it now 3 shows in a row.
We started one night, and it was too full, and the other people start complain they didn't get to come inside because it was too full, and then we said, okay, we counted what people it was, and we said, oh God, we have to share it. So we make 2 nights.
Mm.
Sold out just like that, easily. So we said, okay, we have to do 3 nights. So we
3
did 3
nights.
nights, and it sold out. So they are
It's
waiting on us now to do 4, but no, we
Mm.
can't.
very unique, you know. You
It's
don't
fun.
have this kind of show with the
Yes.
sofas, you know. It's a lot of,
Yes.
but you
Yeah.
know, it's a vibe. What we
Yes.
in
Yeah.
there in the winter time, and
And you get-
everybody
yeah.
is there, and you see everybody come up the country to the place and
They
try
get
to
Jamaican
yeah.
food. They get
That's the sofa connection there.
Yes. Yes. And
Yes.
Sister Gracie sings too.
Yes, I love to sing the old traditional songs.
But Sister
Yes.
Trace,
Right.
Sister Gracie, there's a tradition on this show because we don't want TikTok or YouTube give us any copyright issue. We say people have to do it authentic. So they got to sing from their heart and from live. So you have
Yeah.
to sing live, you know?
Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
man.
you got to sing live. You got to sing it now.
I sing
Yeah.
something now. Okay. Love to sing like Miss Lou old song Linstead Market, right?
Yes.
Carry me a kick go Linstead Market, not a quarter what sell. Carry me a kick go Linstead Market, not a quarter what sell. Oh Lord, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night.
Night,
Woo!
Lord, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday
Saturday
night.
night.
Everybody come feel up, feel up.
Where the woman no bring.
Long time girl, me no
Never
see.
see you.
Come make me hold your hand. You know, Miss Lewis said, don't say hands. Say your hand. Come make me hold your hand.
You know what I envisage? I tell you what I envisage.
Yes.
I envisage something big happening in St. Elizabeth and all these places, like a big concert with all the people singing those songs, and the whole Jamaica just come down those areas and just really having a nice family occasion, singing those songs, you know, and everybody holding hands and just
Yeah, just having
Yes,
fun
it's a vibe.
time.
Let me tell you, Silboard, it's a vibe. It's a
yes,
vibe that
Yes.
creates so
Yeah,
much love in your heart that you're gonna leave it and you're just hungry to go back. I
definitely,
mean, it's
definitely.
that kind of a thing, and that's why you have to come at some point and
yes.
experience it. And we're going up there with people. Sofa connection. I
It's
mean,
gonna be
yeah,
great.
Mm.
yeah,
That's true. Yeah.
Yes, man.
That's
And
27th of the 12th, 28th of the 12th, and 29th of the
nice.
12th.
And there's
yes,
some money will donate to the foundation, what we get in from the tickets and so on. And
And
people
so,
will
yeah,
sponsor still some money to it. So we
people
we
will
make it
donate. Yes.
well, like, yes, they have to do something to it.
Yeah,
And
because a lot of people still asking where can I
yeah,
donate
so
some money, and some people even came at our place and want to give him money. I said no, no, wait until Sofa Connection night. We are gonna have a big pot so you can donate in
because
it, and then we select everything.
yeah,
And
because
you
Jamaica
know,
need money even in the next months and years.
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Right
yes.
now,
the next year.
like the big money come in, so you don't know what happened in 2 or 3 months.
This gonna take years
Right,
to
So
come
you have
back.
to keep on the vibes to spend some more money to get
right.
chance.
Exactly.
Yes, yes. And have you guys ever come to the UK?
Mhm. No,
Uh,
Really? I
when
look
I
over.
when last in the UK was
I think Dida was there.
1984 at the carnival in London.
Okay, Notting Hill Gate. Okay,
It was a very long time ago. So, but
okay.
still, yeah.
That's awesome. Well. I want to thank you guys, Sister Gracie and Didel, for coming on tonight and being a pal with the show, and looking forward again to get you guys back on from Germany. Because
Thank
it seemed Rosemary, there seemed to be a Germany connection, isn't it,
Let me
Rosemary?
tell you, there's
you.
a Germany connection and it is so wonderful.
Mm.
And like I'm telling you, you guys, I think doing even a show with them on a Sunday afternoon
Oh
there
gosh.
is just so much. They have this story. Let me tell you, you have to hear how you have to hear what Gracie said when she looked up and saw this guy standing in front of her when she was almost not even know, 18 or 20 or whatever. And this love story that continued. I see the movie already. I see everything. I mean, it is just fantastic.
Rose
Really,
is
truly,
so precious.
yeah, truly a wonderful love story. And it's even, you see, when you're around them, you
Uh-huh.
can feel the love. I keep saying
Oh,
it. You can just feel it. These are just wonderful, wonderful, wonderful people. And I knew that it's a given that they were gonna stick with Jamaica, and because they have the relationship, they are Jamaicans. When you hear Deedle talk sometimes
yeah.
with the patois and say certain things like, you're like, you know, but
It's
he's
so
Jamaican
Yeah.
in that way, right?
So I learned it
You learn it.
that way.
gosh.
You learn it the good way. Yeah, man.
That's awesome. Well, keep doing. Man, Rosie have some other things to deal with. So, but
Yeah.
anyway, thanks so much for coming on, Sister Gracie, and
Yeah. Thank you for having us.
And
yes,
they can wait, right? They don't have to cut out now, right?
Right.
um, oh yeah. They can say
In
yeah,
studio,
and
they wait,
yeah.
yeah.
So you're saying now, Rosemary, about further on with Stand Up Jamaica, isn't it?
Right, right.
Mm.
So most people might know that for years, I have been the voice of Stand Up for Jamaica here in Germany. Stand Up for Jamaica is an association or organization that was started by Maria Carla Golotta, an Italian lady who went to Jamaica, fell in love with it as a young student, went back home, and then apparently went back to Jamaica and pretty much never left, right? She is such a sister, a real sister of our country,
Mm.
really a Jamaican. And what Carla Galata does is we firmly believe that in our prison system, if the people who go in for different charges and so on, that's going in for a shorter period of time, if they are taught a skill, or especially if they get some level of education, then when
Mm.
they get out, they'll have they'll have something to help them to get by instead of recommitting crimes again, and then then it's a like it's like a what we call it, a never ending circle, right?
Cycle. Cycle. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So the recidivism rate of them committing again to go back, we're hoping to reduce it. Plus, there are a lot of women in our girls in the reformatory homes and so on. And so that's where Carla works, and also a lot to do with homeless shelter or shelters for battered women. And it's a lot of work. I remember one year we had some of the young girls at my birthday party. We raised funds always. My girlfriends helped to support like gynecological care for the girls, even for a 15-minute check, because usually we didn't used to get that. There's Carla, love her heart,
Mm.
love her soul. And so things like that. Now, because of Stand Up for Jamaica, Carla has a shelter in Portland where the homeless people and the people who are deemed to be mad are sheltered. And it's
Mm.
amazing what has been happening with that project, because even the people that people think are crazy, they would come and they learn to, yes, to grow the garden. They help. They're clean. They have a place to sleep. There's mattress. Now this week she had so many more people coming in from the street. And so they had to get more mattresses and stuff, because with the rain, and they used to be on the street, they're coming in there. And so Carla has three things going on right now. She has a homeless shelter where the street people come. They are the part of the roof that was damaged, and they're buying a new generator. They have this chicken coop, but it was part of it blown away, so they're repairing it. And of course, we do packages. They buy packages of food to be donated, and because the people are coming in from the street, and in order to keep them clean, they have to get a lot of hygiene products, because they have to wash. The second one, she did 200 care packages, or she's financing 200 care packages for the homeless in downtown, because they too are a little bit, they usually have the little place to sleep, then the rains
Mm.
came and so on. There's a lot of disability, movement there. The last one, she's down at Treasure Beach. There's a school down at Treasure Beach, it's Sandy Bay Primary, right? And it's been damaged. But they're trying to repair it and make it into more of a multifaceted thing where, you can cook there, it can use as a shelter. And what Carla has discovered is that there's so many autistic children, or children with needs, special needs children. And now the parents, either they might try to go back to hustle, or, they're in all of this. So this is one location where they're trying to make sure that they can bring some amount of stability there. Carla has a GoFundMe going. They had a goal. I'm not sure if it's 20,000 or 50. I have to check. But they work closely also with the German embassy in Jamaica, and the German government helps. But funds are cut off. It's never enough.
Yeah.
So we're always, and my girlfriends, that's a charity that they do every year to help. So anyone wanting to help and to see, and Carla has her reports, and you can go down there and visit the home. and if you want to send Christmas gifts, last year we did a little quick thing to make sure we could get Christmas gift for the people who live in the house and things like that. So they're like direct things in Jamaica that you can do, where you can see where your money is going.
Yeah, and it's at $11,303 dollars,
Right.
and
I
the
think they're
tar-
trying to reach
target
20,000.
is
Yeah.
target is 50K, 50, 50,
Yes. 50.
50,000.
Yes, they're trying to reach 50,000. Yeah. So
And
and Carla is she's everywhere helping, and they're also now trying to get social workers in this home, to have the social workers to help advise the people. So there's a lot more Jamaicans. We are really realizing that there's this, the support for the food and so on, and then all those other things that are coming in. So
yes,
a lot of people doing good work. We just want to make sure that this stuff is going where we want it to go. You know what I
yes,
mean? Because there's just so many things going on. The German Jamaican Association also, they are having asking for support They raised some funds, and I saw today that they rented a car and they were going down. They're working also with the Lasco Chin Foundation. So the guy was there with his van. So they're getting ready to pack to go. So it's just great to see this stuff that movement that's happening, and you see it being delivered.
Yes.
Yeah, because Didel was asking about, how do you really know that you are reaching everyone? Well, these communities are, they're connected. Once you're on the ground, and
Yes.
once your intention is to find out where the need is, it's different than when you're just going to drop off something and to take a picture.
Mhm.
As you're looking at the numbers, who is fed, where is that, and you're listening to the community. And remember, they're not only counselors and so on, but they're community leaders, they're people from the church, they're, you know what I mean. So they have those connections, and
Yes. Yes.
that's the best way for it to work.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. With from Germany. I got my German clan here. Rosemary and Gracie, sister Gracie and Didel,
Yes,
from Germany
yes.
here. And
The
for those who are,
Clovers
yeah,
are in the house.
yeah, for those who are joining me on TikTok, of course, you have to go onto YouTube in order to see the faces of these lovely people. You don't want to
Oh.
just see my face. TikTok is only, you can go onto the YouTube channel. Thanks for those joining on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. That's very awesome. But any last word, Rosemary? Because Rosemary, I'm going to have to go and talk about another project, which after this, yeah. And
Yeah, no
any
problem.
last word, yeah. Mm,
Last word, I just want to say thank you, Silborn,
mm.
also for what you do. Thank you for being there on a Tuesday night, or a Thursday night, or Tuesday night.
Thursday night, every night,
Thursday night,
every
Saturday
night.
night, sometimes on a Sunday night when you have to
Yeah,
drop off. Always there with your heart for Jamaica. I want to
yeah.
say thank you to the Clovers who have all their lives been giving to Jamaica, spreading our culture, spreading everything about us, showing their love, the big hearts that they have. And these hearts is what Jamaica needs. And also thanks to everyone in Jamaica who is helping with the effort to build back our country and to get our people back up on their feet and to give them hope. I'm calling for a next level unity of not only our politicians but our Jamaican people. Jamaican people are hard workers. They're proud. They want to get on with their lives. They want to prosper. They want to thrive. And I'm asking everyone, and I'm asking nobody to stand in the way of that.
I like what you said about Jamaican people are very proud. Jamaicans are very proud. You know what I mean? And that is something that we got to resonate with us very powerfully. As much as possible. And they don't like somebody. I was listening to this guy, and he was saying that the food came and they took the food to the police station. But I understand there are some issues why they have to take it to the police station. But the guys in Mercy, we don't want nothing. We don't want nothing. We don't want nothing because they feel disrespected. You know what I'm trying to say? But I
Yes, when
understand.
people are hungry. I mean,
Yeah,
who does that? Who does that? Well,
yeah,
don't go to the people first. Go to the station and then tell the people to come to the station.
Yeah.
yeah.
People are angry. When you're hungry, you're
Mm,
angry. I mean, and you feel like people are dissing you because
Mm.
you're
yeah.
waiting for a bottle of water and a patty. When I found out what it was a patty and a bottle of water.
Mm.
Wow.
You
Oh,
know?
that
Yeah.
just a food like that just nasty up your jaw kind of tea. That's all.
Yeah. It just not if you jack on a tea. There's not no belly full. But
No.
you know that it was being handled that way. So we
Mm,
have to always remember when we do these things to proceed with respect, for our fellow human beings, and think about how we'd like to be treated.
yes.
From one day to the next, these people had basically nothing. I have to tell you this quickly, Silborn. There was a lady
Yes.
standing there, and someone said to her, it was an international reporter, and
Mm,
she said, she was scratching her head, and she said, everything gone,
yeah.
everything gone, all over there, so everything gone.
Mm.
Me not
Mm,
see nothing, me not have nothing, everything gone. And the guy said to her, well, what is the thing that you would like, you want now? And the lady said, me no know. She said, if my little son could have just get back in book them.
Mm.
mm,
She said, me
Mm,
ball that night they like a baby.
mm,
mm,
because all she could think about was her child. Can you see the wet up book them in at the thing and the mud pan it and so. And she
Yeah.
said, if him could have just get back in book, cause him have to go back at school.
Mm,
You know, she's not realizing yet that the school not open, right?
mm.
And those people need a lot of help. They
Yeah.
need a lot of care, someone to talk to. Children need spaces to play, all of that. But you know, they're working on those things on the
Yeah.
ground.
There's a schooling in UK, Kingsdale, what the teachers asked Blackadred to drop off some barrels. So and they're gonna, books and all those sort of things, to send to Jamaica as well, a school in South London. So yeah, well, we trust that all will be well as much as possible eventually in the long run. I would say in the long run, not in the short run, but at the same time to sustain persons there in Jamaica.
We're
And
gonna fight for it, Silborn.
yeah, man, we'll fight for it definitely, and we know what we have to fight. Okay, guys. Well, I want to say thank you guys so much for coming on. Let me give you applause. Yeah. Thank you for coming on. Didel, thank you, and Sister Gracie, thank you so much,
Thank
and
you.
Rosemary, thank you so much again for coming on as well. I tell you what I tell you what I'm going to be talking about, Sister Gracie and Didel and Rosemary. I just need to have it will have to be a focused conversation about an airfare lobby. We are lobbying Virgin, BA, and TUI for them to reduce the prices to £500 for a
Well,
period of time while Jamaicans can actually capture themselves, collect themselves, and to really travel. So I just wanted to set out some sort of mechanics as to what is happening in respect of that. On the TikTok, there's about near to 30,000 responses. On the survey, it's climbing now. It's near to maybe 700 people saying they will go to Jamaica if this thing reduce, and saying all manner of things. On Instagram, it's over 1,000, and it's growing. Legs is growing, but it's a bit very diplomatic at the same time, recognizing that you- recognizing at the same time that you have to talk,
Yeah.
to the different airlines. You can't go in with because it's a business. But what we're
Yes.
looking for is their empathy.
Yes.
We're looking for them to understand that over the years, Jamaica has been using their services, having no second thoughts about it when they want to go and see their family.
Right.
It's
Plus, they
500.
profited from Jamaica.
Huh?
Plus, they have profited from Jamaica. Jamaica is good business for them.
And Jamaica's good business for them as well.
Yes.
So therefore we've got to actually call them out and say, let's help out what the situation is. Right.
Yes.
And who knows, you are going to have a bumper Christmas with your profits when you realize your plane will be packed.
It's
They
true.
need to give some free luggage.
Yeah.
People are also saying, well, they can compensate it by giving some extra luggage because people are going to want to bring down luggages and so like that.
It's nothing
as-
for the airlines, man. I could have do it easy. They just have
Yeah.
to want it, like what you say, what Richard said, goodwill,
Yeah.
Yes.
Goodwill. Goodwill.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Plane in Germany? Love to us.
Lufthansa.
Lufthansa. Lufthansa.
Do they go to Jamaica? Lufthansa. Do they go to Jamaica?
Oh, I don't know.
No,
Condor.
Lufthansa doesn't go to Jamaica.
Condor.
What we use is Condor.
Yeah.
Yes.
We have Condor directly from here, and we are also trying to get. I know that there's negotiations going on to also try to get a bit from them too. So,
Oh, nice.
All right. Well, have a good night, Rosemary.
thank you.
Yes.
Thanks a lot.
It's what,
Thank you,
12:30? Is it 1:30? Is it 1:30 over there? 1:30?
No, 12:30.
12:30.
12:30.
12:30.
Oh, 12. Oh yeah, 1 hour ahead. Okay, all right.
12:30 Silborn. 12:30 Silborn.
12:30.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Love and
Thank you
respect,
very much.
and
Yes.
Take care,
Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye
Cheers.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye
Thank
to
you.
viewers.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. And thanks so much for Rosemary for coming on, and thanks so much for Sister Gracie and Didel also for coming, and thank also for Sir coming for coming tonight. What I wanted to speak about tonight is just as to where we are, and I have to say where we are because it's a collective effort in regards to the petition, not the petition actually, the survey, and if I put up this survey for record, and those on TikTok, you need to actually come over onto the YouTube channel so you can see what is happening here. Support Jamaica relief. Yep, where is it? There's a form. So the form is there, which there's a link where persons are able to actually to write and to say um, their views. It is in the wake of Hurricane Melissa, many Jamaicans in the UK are eager to help their families and communities back home. So we're appealing to airlines such as British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, and TUI Airways to provide emergency relief fares of £500 for travel to Jamaica. So please share your views and interest in this initiative. Your responses will help strengthen our community appeal and show the level of support among Jamaicans and friends of Jamaica in the UK. One love together. And one of the reasons why I put my name there, at Silver and Cidial, is because I believe in being very authentic and be transparent and to have accountability. You see, sometimes you see lots of things going around and circulated, and there's no name, there's no one to hold accountable for it. So I'm putting my name there to be accountable. So therefore, it has to operate in a certain way. And especially when you're lobbying, you've got to be very strategic. You got to work with numbers. Numbers is very important. You can't just go off and making noise just like that. You got to be very strategic. And the question is asked: are you a Jamaican or a friend of Jamaica? And there, question one with potential answers. Two, would you support this emergency? Yes, possible. No. If 500 emergency relief tickets become available, would you travel to Jamaica, support family or community efforts? Yes, I would travel. Maybe depending on timing. No, but I'd support in other ways. There's a tick box. Would you be willing to help? You may select more. Travel to Jamaica to assist, donate supplies or money, volunteer with local, whatever. Any comments or message to the airlines? There it is. Yes, keep me informed. Ray. Email address as well. Well, surprise, surprise. A lot of people gave their email address. A lot of people gave their numbers, not their numbers, their names, and we have that information because they say they want to be kept up to date with what is happening. And some of the comments that persons have made, if I can find some of the people have made so many comments in the whole process. And on the YouTube, not on the YouTube, on the TikTok, on the TikTok at present, if I'm to get a quick glean of the TikTok, uh, it's at it's at 29,000 K, 29.3K, right? And it is there. People are responding to it every second. I'm getting a comment on it. Um, and people are saying things like definitely I will support. Some are saying they will never do it. And when the people say they'll never do it, I always say, well, we got to pull together and see who knows, it may happen. I even did a video with myself and Black Dread. We were speaking about it as well. And that is now up to 10K as well. So people say, yes, we want to be dropped. We want it to drop. My flight in early December is £1,800. Why? You know, someone's I tell you what is also trending on my TikTok as well. What is trending on my TikTok as well is when the PNP walked out of Parliament. That is now at 267K. I mean, people are just, I don't know where it just came back up. It was at 190,000 a few days ago. It is now at 267. I don't know why it's up again and why it is trending, but it is trending so much. This bit about the Speaker of the House, which is the Prime Minister's wife. Um, I think it's a conflict of interest. I make no bones about that. I think she should really not be there. But hey, legally she can. but in the sense of conflict of interest and it not look good, I think she should step down. And one of the reasons why I'm saying that as well is because the Prime Minister said very clearly that things must go on. Business must be as usual for those areas which are not impacted or affected by the hurricane. Therefore, go back to school or blah, blah, blah. So, therefore, I take it that we need to also call out the government, call out the MPs for them to sign the 7 Code of Conduct and for the element of transparency, accountability that must be and have to be happening still. So, things like plus the bars, them to send off would be great too, but we see, person say things like, and Vernica Obi added dear to favorite. There's a person there, commented, yes, I'm interested. Yes, I'm interested, you know. And I also received a couple private messages from employees of British Airways, which is confidential, and they say anonymous, giving me some sort of intelligence at the same time. So, the whole thing is happening, and also on my on my website, I've actually now made it much better by putting the link there as well. That is the link for the survey. The link for the survey, which is so very crucial. And you can go on to it, which is silburn.com. Silburn.com. Keep it very simple, silburn.com. And so you can see the whole message, which is there. I've got a great team of persons who assist in the process. It's not just a one-man thing. So that's my YouTube channel. That's my personal website, Silburn Citadel, and then I'll just put on it as well, FFBJ, which is Facilitators for Better Jamaica. That is the lobby group. Jamaica Rises Stronger. And if you go to the bottom there, you can also find the Show Your Support link. So therefore, that link is there, so I can just direct persons there instead of sending it to persons directly. So I make it much very easier for persons. Now, many people asking like to say, what is FFBJ and how did FFBJ about? But FFBJ started in 2003, Facilitators for Better Jamaica, a think tank and lobby group based in the United Kingdom, and it's what we have done different issues regarding when it comes on to lobbying, very strategic lobbying that is so very important. We talk about diaspora engagement. FFBJ considers the Jamaican diaspora important in helping Jamaica, and provides a voice for the Jamaican diaspora, especially those in the UK. Let me just take this off now. Stop sharing. Yep, those in the talks about that. Provides a voice for the Jamaican diaspora, especially those in the UK, to engage with issues in Jamaica, bridging between Jamaica abroad and development at home. And one of the reasons why I made it very clear with Facilitators for Better Jamaica many years ago was because I did not want to be bought out. I didn't want to be sold out. I didn't want to be in an organization where it is controlled by some entities, and therefore, it is not government led. It is Silburn led, if that is where. Therefore, there's a level of independence. I think that is so very important and so very crucial. As much like somebody said to me the other day, oh, they are disappointed with me because I don't take a particular stance. And I said, well, because that is Silburn Citadel, right? You see, at the end of the day, your voice has got to be what it counts. What you say is what you say, what you mean. So even when I was asked to actually push this again by a colleague, I said, in order for me to do it, it's got to be in a particular way strategic, because I'm putting my name behind it as much as possible. And therefore, that have to deal with a level of accountability and a level of transparency. And that's very important. And just for the record, this campaign is to have a conversation with Virgin, have a conversation with BA and TUI, and to, of course, lots of people are actually tagging them already, which is also crucial. People are tagging them. People are tagging Virgin, people are tagging BA, and people are tagging TUI, right? And it is simply to say, have a heart, consider the whole aspect, and to reduce the fares. But it is not just the airlines only. It is also the government aspect of it, because when you look at the taxes, you know, when when you look at the taxes in a way incorporate a lot of the whole thing. Taxes, fares, and blah blah blah. So therefore, government take a part of it. So therefore, it has to have a level of government aspect in it as well. So it is very crucial, you know, very, very crucial. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone so much for joining the campaign, everyone so much for being a part of it, and as well to support it. And together, I said together, when we put our hands together, we make powerful fashion, yeah? And things can happen in great droves. And everybody that says to me it can't happen is because you put the T on it. You don't have to put the T on it. You can say it can happen. Never forget, there's a gentleman one time in 2008, and he said these three words: yes, we can. And that mobilized and revolutionized a lot of persons. Yes, we can. It's a powerful mantra, isn't it? Words are very powerful according to how you put it together. They say words are like apples in settings of silver, according to what the Bible says. When you put words together, I never forget one day my son said to me, I can't. I said, where have you learned that word from? I know where you learned it from school. Right? Never heard it from home, but learned it from school. The word can't. No. And when they say impossible, that is because you put the I am before it. You know, it is possible. Anything is possible where you put and you have a will before it as well. Well, I want to thank everyone for coming on tonight. Thanks you for those joining on YouTube. Remember to like and to subscribe. Thank you for those joining on Instagram. Remember to follow. Thank you for those joining on TikTok. Like, and thank you for those joining as well on Facebook as well. So yeah, have a great day, a great night. As well. Eric Mackenzie, what's up, buddy? Are you cool? And how you pronounce it? And how you pronounce it too? What do I pronounce? And how you pronounce it too? How you pronounce it too? What do I pronounce? Yeah. Eric, respect. Belinda, everybody, Mel, and Monica, and peace out. And thanks for those joining as well. Peace out. And God bless you. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Bless up, bless up, bless up. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.